What's cracking, everybody? It's your boy Jalen Wilson back with another episode of Illini Fan Rants. Illinois coming off a disappointing loss to Iowa, 35-21. Illinois got a late score at the end of the game. Didn't matter. Um, I'm gonna talk about the game, but I'm also say this: we suck. Illinois sucks. This coaching staff sucks. It has failed these players. Lovie Smith, you're fired. I don't care if you do win against Northwestern, you're fired. Illinois hasn't been able to get over the hump since Lovie Smith has got there. And if you can't get over the hump, I'm sorry. The only way, if you can't get over the hump, the only way it can go is down. And that's exactly where it seemed like Illinois is going. Iowa was down 14-0 at one point, and then they scored 35 unanswered. That's terrible. Ross Smith, you suck too. You got too conservative when we got up 14-0 on offense. The offense coordinator Ross Smith got too conservative. Start playing like he was scared. Start playing like he wasn't trying to lose instead of trying to win. And that ultimately cost Illinois the game. It's sad because as an Illinois fan, we should not have to sit through this. Lovie Smith and his whole entire coaching staff was supposed to be geniuses. They were supposed to be the savior of Illinois. Oh, they're supposed to be bringing this glory back to Illinois that was never there, first of all. And they just haven't done that. It's an incompetent coaching staff, and it makes me mad. They have failed these players. They have failed these fans. They have failed the athletic director Josh Whitman's expectations. That's sad. Josh Whitman, you need to do a better job too. I know you extended Lovie Smith's contract last year, but last year was a fluke. I don't get why people don't get that. Last year was a complete fluke. I wanted to say that early on, but I didn't want to get backlash from it. Cause I know fans are hesitant because the only reason Illinois, sorry, I got something in my eye. The only reason Illinois was able to make it to a bowl game last year because they went up against teams with bad quarterbacks that were mostly backups, and they got turnovers. But clearly, when this defense don't get turnovers, they aren't that good. They couldn't stop Iowa from scoring 35 straight. Granted, some of that's on the offense because the offense needs to score and sustain drive to at least let the defense get rest. But when your defense is allowing passes all the way up the seam all the time, it's something that needs to be addressed. Brandon Peters, you played terrible. Isaiah Williams came in, provided a spark, but at the end of the day, I don't think he's the starting quarterback. I saw some people on Twitter saying, "Oh, put Isaiah in. He should be the starter." No, he shouldn't. I don't think he's a good quarterback, to be honest. I don't like to be safe. I don't think he can throw the deep ball. I don't think he can be a dink and dunk quarterback. Same thing with Brandon Peters. Brandon Peters threw lots of inaccurate balls today. It was one ball, and particularly to Donnie Navarro. Deep ball open. He threw it over Donnie Navarro. Now some people say it's Donnie Navarro's fault. Some people will say it's Brandon Peters' fault. It's both of their fault, to be honest. Now Isaiah Williams, I like you. Like I said, I like you, but I don't think you're a good quarterback. Sorry. I can see why those teams didn't offer you scholarships at quarterback. I can see why. You have accuracy problems. Same thing with Brandon Peters. Same thing with the other backup, Matt Robinson. Same thing with the other backup, Corn Taylor. This has been a terrible season, if you ask me. Could we beat Rutgers? Okay, and Rutgers has improved, but it's still Rutgers. We beat Nebraska, but that's all because Luke McCaffrey was a one-dimensional quarterback. That's all he can do is run. He can't throw, and that's bad. We lost against Purdue. Wisconsin thrashed us. Shoot, Minnesota made a joke out of us. Iowa made a joke out of us. Next up, we got Northwestern. We haven't won a game against Northwestern in 5 years. I believe the last time we won a game against Northwestern, Tim Beckman was the head coach, who also was a bad coach, and Lovey, not Lovey, Josh Whitman. If I'm you, we lose next game. Oh, I'm not hesitant to fire that man, that man Lovie Smith. I'm not hesitant to fire anybody on his coaching staff. Kanito Hudson, the defensive back coach. Bob McClain, the offensive line coach. Miles Smith, who's Lovey's son, who only got the job because he's Lovey's son. Uh, Fire him too. Rod Smith, the terrible offensive coordinator who everybody was hyping up like he was good, fire him too. Lovie Smith, the head coach slash defense coordinator, the incompetent head coach, the head coach that everybody thought was going to translate to the NFL to college, didn't happen. Fire him too. Josh Whitman, I don't like you anyways. I ain't gonna say I don't like you. Well, I ain't gonna say that as a person, but as an athletic director, I don't think you've done a good job. If you ask me, uh, you continue to give Lovie Smith the contract extension, and that's the reason why we can't even buy him out. Really, uh, it's bad. This might be the worst college team in the nation. Like in the past decade, like this really might be the worst college program in the nation. Uh, when you see teams like Iowa State and Indiana in the year 5 rebuilds, and they're both top 15 teams, that says something about your coaching. Lovey, Rod Smith, Miles Smith only got the job because your dad. Kanito Hudson. I'm not even gonna say the defensive line coach names because I don't even know them. Only coach I really do like on this staff is Corey Patterson. You might stay on this staff, thankfully. I think you're a good coach. Uh, Lovey, you're not the coach we need. I think it's over with for you. Shoot, Twitter, Illinois Twitter was on your head after the game. Like, this is the end. Um, and Rod Smith just helped your bag get packed even quicker. Cause Rod Smith sucked. Uh, and I said Bill O'Brien or Eric Bieniemy should be the next coach. But also Hugh Freeze, Liberty's head coach. Hey, come take a seat next to me, man. I love to sit down with you, have a talk of why you should be Illinois' next head coach. I think you're doing a good job at Liberty. Although I don't know why you would leave Liberty to come to a trash program like Illinois. It's garbage. We're garbage. They're garbage. Uh, it's bad. I don't know what Illinois is going to do in the future. I don't know what Josh Whitman has planned. We'll wait to see and find out. But don't be surprised if Lovie Smith, Miles Smith, Kanito Hudson, the defense line coach, Bob McClain, the offensive line coach, uh, and Rod Smith, the overrated offensive coordinator, all gets fired next year. Not next year, next week. Sorry, I would have fired them last year if we're being honest. But since they made it to a bowl game, everybody hyped them up. Oh, let's give these dudes an award. Let's give this whole coaching staff a 2-year extension, basically. No, trash. Um, but I guess this is it for Illini fan rants. I'll catch y'all later. Peace out.